There are a lot of different types of WoW players out there. People who do PvP, who PvE, who mount collect, who only do pet battles. But there is one thing that all WoW players really want to do all day long, and that is make tier lists. So welcome to the tier list. With us today for the very first episode ever of the tier list, we have three excellent guests. We have Aliandras, who is the host of Live, Laugh, Lore and Dungeon Fables. Give us a wave. Hello, Ali.
Hello.
Hi. We also have my dear co-host Erixus, Erik, depending on fantasy mood, from Wrath Babies. Hello, give us a wave.
Hello.
And we also finally have Manny, true villain Manny, the host of For Azeroth and Going IRL. I said that wrong. Hi, Manny. Give us a wave.
You know what? You said it right. I'm going to give that intro a C tier.
A C tier. You know what? For the first episode, I'll take a C tier. And so we are here today to figure out if these three will rank out at a solid B tier all along. If someone will pull ahead, we'll maybe have A, B, C, or maybe we'll have someone go all the way to S tier. We're going to get just started and jump straight into the first question. And we actually have a little example question to show you how this works. Our players have buzzers that they can buzz in if they think they have the answer to the question. The second person to buzz in will get a chance if the first person gets it wrong. So just as an example, please buzz in if you know the answer to this question. What is the hub city of the Dragon Isles called? And Manny is first to buzz in.
Oh, I see people try to get behind me. I'm going to give you guys D tier. The answer is Valdrakken.
The answer is indeed Valdrakken. That is the hub city of the Dragon Isles. Very simple. This is how the game's going to work. No points for you yet, Manny, but you can start racking up points very soon, right? This next question is going to come right now. I am so good at hosting. Can you tell? I am excellent at game hosting. The first question, coming at you fast. I need to clear the buzzers. Clear buzzers. The first question coming at you right now is, how many zones did the Dragon Isles release with? Again, Manny is first.
So 4 zones that it's released with.
That is wrong. Eric, you are second on the buzzer.
5.
Indeed, technically, the Forbidden Reach was launched with the Dragonflight, but it was a starting zone for evokers. That is how we play this game here, Manny.
Tricky.
Oh, man. So it
the
is
technicality.
Technicalities. That is what, and that means if you catch me on a technicality, I will be open to giving you a point. If you can catch me on a technicality, which we'll see if you can. But indeed, we have 4 leveling zones in the Dragon Isles. We have the 4 ones, and then we also have the starting zone for the evokers, which in 10.0.7 also became a endgame zone. Point to Eric. Next question. What kind of energy does Aliandras wonder if she has? And Eric is first on the buzzer.
Big Mom energy.
Big Mom energy.
One of her extra lines.
We don't play around on this show. If you click Aliandras long enough, she will indeed ask you, do you think I have Big Mom energy? So another point to Eric. Pulling ahead so far, clearing the buzzers, and moving on to the next question. How many challenges of tier are there to acquire Sparks of Innovation? Manny is first on the buzzer.
There are 5 challenges.
There are indeed 5 challenges of tier to acquire Sparks of Innovation. We have a bonus question here that you can get an extra point, Manny. If you can name, what do we do for each of these 5 quests? Not the names, but just what do we do as part of these 5 quests?
Okay, first quest, you head to the Azure Zone and you get shot up in the air, and then you have to float down and collect the energy.
Absolutely.
Second quest, you go to the O'Haran Plains and you have to fight off a bunch of creatures. Third quest, You know what? Nope, I'm going to blank on these.
Coming up short. We're going to pass that bonus question to Ali, who was second on the buzzer. Do you want to continue? We have first and second.
No, because I'm sitting here thinking, Manny's just rocking this. That's impressive. I could not. He did better than I could. I got nothing.
Okay. It helps. The third one would have been the way you go to the Waking Shores. You have to piece together the broken statue, thinking that you're going to do the quest, and then it doesn't actually happen, and it's like, oh no, this is good enough. You've succeeded. Then after that, that's where I would have stopped. So I was just like, okay, I'm sure.
Okay, so Manny gave you, Eric, the third one. So you have a chance here, Eric. The third one is indeed the one where you take the statue and you repair it. Can you give us the last two?
Well, you go into the halls of infusion. And
totally forgot that one.
For the fifth one, you go to the area around halls of infusion, and you use an item on elites to weaken them, and then you kill them.
That's it. 5. Those are the 5 bonus questions. It's a bit of a mix. Manny did most of them, and Eric finished up. I'll give both of you a bonus point question there. Excellent.
Whee.
Moving on. Clearing the buzzers. Wow, I'm excellent at this game. Next question we have. There is an island southeast of Iskara where you can find a group of Tuskar kids who have set up camp. Name 2 things you can find these kids doing on the islands. True villain Manny buzzes in.
Yeah, so sledding down the slope and snowball fight and building snowmen.
You did all 3. Excellent. That's indeed true. There's a little an island where the kids from Iskara who are bored of their parents, or I think they're too loud. The parents think they're too loud, so they go out to this island and they play in the snow. And they can indeed be seen sledding, having a snowball fight, ice ball fight. Probably not great, but they might.
That would hurt.
That would hurt. And also building snowmen.
Can I throw a question back at you?
What?
You can buy something exclusively on that island. What is it?
You can buy, if you have enough renown, you can buy a sled.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, which is also if you get one for free, and then you can buy the rest of them.
Yeah.
I welcome questions.
I just found that island last week, and I was like, what is this? How have I not seen this yet? Awesome.
Yeah, I was there
Why
today.
south of that island?
Oh.
What did you do there today?
I finally got renowned to that level.
Nice.
Oh, wow. It's almost 10.1.
Yep.
For the next question, we are doing something that I called false fables. Shout out to you, Ali. Where I will read a statement. Something in the statement will be false. And it is your assignment to figure out what. If you think you know what it is, buzz in. Again, you do not have to wait for me to finish the statement. As soon as you think that you know what it is or see what it is, buzz in and I will let you answer. Clear as day. Here comes the first false fable. Caligos seems to be a major arachnophobe. In the Vault of the Incarnate's raid, after we slay Senarth in his lair, Caligos wishes that Manny buzzes in. Right there. What is false about this fable?
So everything looks good, except that I believe Senarth is a brood mother, not, and this seems to give the pronoun his.
This is correct. Senarth is indeed female. It is a female broodmother spider who is laying eggs. And that is exactly what we're looking for here. Another point to Manny. Excellent. For the next few questions, we will have a soundbite playing, a piece of music, and your assignment is to figure out where this music is played. As soon as you know where the music is played, please buzz in and you will be allowed to answer the question. It is, I will be looking either for subzone or just zone. As close as you can get, basically, and I will decide if I think it's correct or not. All right, so first soundbite comes here. what do you say, Ali? Where's this music from?
Well, you hear it on the login screen, but you can also hear it in Valdraken.
This is correct. This is indeed in Valdraken when you zone in or log in. It is a little different from the login screen, but it is very similar. This is specifically the Valdraken music. Point to Ali. Excellent.
Finally got a point!
Woo! You're climbing up there. I think you probably, I don't know where you start. You're climbing up the tier list. I love it. Next soundbite is... Eric was first on the buzzer. Where can we hear this music, Eric?
I think I've heard it in Knock It Offensive.
Yes, I will accept Knock It Offensive or Marukai if you hang out long enough in Marukai, which is not very common unless you're like summoning people to the Knock It Offensive. You can hear it in that city as well. But this place in the Knock It Offensive. That is correct. Point to Eric. We have 2 more sound bites. Next sound bite comes right now. That was extremely quiet. I hope you can still hear it, players. And Ali was the one to buzz in first.
That is what you hear when you do your dragon races.
That is correct.
That's why it took me so long to do it. I haven't done Dragon Races this entire expansion.
Oh, wow. I mean, both Ali and Eric are famously interested in dragon races, I would say, in different ways.
I love them so much.
How do we differ in our love for dragon racing?
You like to brag about it.
Oh, yes, of course.
That's true. I brag about my love for them, but not about gold because, it just... I don't need to brag about it. It's just...
As soon as anyone gets an achievement lower than anything I have, Insta-link. Yeah.
I have been subject to this. It is painful when you accidentally get a silver achievement. You've done them all on gold, and you do the last one, and you accidentally get silver, pops on a guild chat, and Eric just goes, gold.
He's just trying to encourage you to do better. It's all right. He's trying to lift you up.
It is possible. Strive forward.
That's exactly it. And then we have a final piece of music from Dragonflight. Here it comes. Buzzing in from Ali, a little, maybe not entirely sure. Oh, I restarted it. Maybe not entirely sure. Ali, where do you think this soundbite is coming from?
Is that in Algathar's Academy?
That is incorrect. It is
Dang
not
it.
from Algathar Academy. Neither Eric or Manny has buzzed in. No ideas?
Yeah, I typically play WoW without the sound going.
Oh, see?
Likewise.
This is why you should not do that. It's like literally one of the highlights of the game. In my opinion.
The soundtrack this expansion is fantastic.
It really is. Even if you had played the game with the sound on, you would have been forgiven for not knowing this because this plays in Brackenhide Hollow, the dungeon Brackenhide Hollow, which is in Dragonflight so far, but not part of the Mythic Plus dungeon pool, which probably means that you might have done it early in the expansion or with an alt, but not much recently. A little tricksy.
But soon.
But very soon, in less than a
I'm not
month,
looking forward to that.
we'll be in there a lot. Next, we have a question for you all. Let's see what it is. Which 2 Dragonflight zones have side quests focus on the in-universe card game Hearthstone? Manny buzzing in.
Feldrassus
This is correct.
and And the second one is Waking Shores.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
Ali buzzing in. Do you know the second one?
Maybe. Is it Azure Span?
It is indeed Asher Span. Thaldraszus and Asher Span point to Ali, and bonus point if you can tell me what these quest lines are about. Just the general, you don't have to go into detail, but what is the general idea behind these side quests?
I've slept since then. One of them is the one in Thaldraszus, he's like there's a group of people playing it, and one thinks he's like all that in a bag of chips, and something about helping him find like a whole bunch of his cards that fell into the water at one point, and they're all soggy, and then you have to play against some like champion or something, and something I don't remember. I've slept since then, and I don't remember the other one much.
Okay.
Something about another person who was like really good at it, and one chick wanted to find him and train with him or something. I probably don't deserve this point, honestly.
That's
give it to
not
someone
quite
else.
right. I'll give you the point for the question. Manny, I'll throw it back to you because you seem like because you got half the
Fix
first
it, Manny.
question. Can you get the bonus
Yeah.
question right?
Okay, so the one in the Azure Span is the ghost that you have to go and make the card with.
Oh, that's right. You're making a card with him. That's right.
Yeah. And the one in Thaldraszus is actually a Yu-Gi-Oh! Rift where he's trying to become like the king of Hearthstone cards.
That is correct. They literally play Blue Eyes Black Dragon. Yes, that is correct. The one in Thaldraszus is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Reference. But it is correct that you do go into water, Ali. You were correct in that, and you have to help him get over this bully, basically. But they're called Yumi and Satoma, I think, which is kind of it's the names in Yu-Gi-Oh! And in the Asher Span, someone gets one of their cards stolen by a ghost, and you then have to first get the card back and then help the ghost make a card, which can be in the form of yourself. And that is super overpowered, apparently. Who would have thought? Next, we have a series of quick-fire questions. Very short questions. Not very many, but there's a few. And that's it. We're just going to do some quick-fire questions. Here they come. First question. How many bosses are there in the Vault of the Incarnate's Raid? Manny, fast on the buzzer. Eric, you're falling behind here. You're not even buzzing anymore. Manny, there you go. How many bosses are there in the Vault of the Incarnate's Raid?
There are... Oh, good grief. Now I'm blanking. I want to say 8.
That is correct. There are 8 bosses in the Vault of the Incarnate's Raid. Next rapid-fire question. How many dungeon bosses are there in the Season 1 Mythic Plus dungeon pool? Rapid fire, but not so rapid thinking sometimes.
Yeah, I guess you have to count up each boss in each dungeon.
We have Ali
Go
buzzing
for it,
in.
Ali.
I'm just going to throw a number out there, and it's probably wrong. 21.
That is incorrect. Eric
I
buzzing
tried.
in next. What are you thinking?
24.
24 is also incorrect. Manny, do you have a guess?
Oh, no, I'm not going to count at this point. I'm going to let this go.
There are 31 dungeon bosses in
Oh.
Season 1 for our Mythic Plus dungeon pool. We have 8 dungeons. Most of them have 4 bosses, except a few who have 2 have 3 and 1 has 5, which equates to 31. Excellent. Next rapid fire question is, who is the dreamer of the green Dragonflight? Manny is first.
So it's no longer... oh my goodness, why am I blanking on it? It's no longer Ysera, it's her daughter. Why am I blanking on the name? Nope, I'm going to have to give this to the next person.
Ali, second on the buzzer.
The daughter is Marithra.
That is correct.
Thank you.
Marithra, the daughter of Ysera, is now the dreamer of the green Dragonflight. Next rapid fire question is, who is Umbral Skull? Eric, first on the buzzer.
Sindragosa's son.
That's correct. It is Malygos and Sindragosa's son, who's also the last boss in the Asher Vaults dungeon. Not everyone has caught that, but it is very sad. He has gone mad while Sindragosa has been gone, and we have to put him down. Sad, sad ending. I believe we have one more rapid-fire question, and that is, how many dragon riding races are there, excluding the Forbidden Reach? I'm too interested in numbers, apparently.
Dragon racing. Bah! The bias is real.
I'll give it to whoever is closest at this point.
24?
28.
We got 24 from Ali, 28 from Eric. Manny, what do you think?
I'm going to say that there's a flat 20.
The correct answer is 27. So that goes to Eric, with one away. So a point
Well
to Eric
done.
for that. That's impressive, indeed. A lot of races, let's just put it that way. We now have another false fable. And here it is. In the revamped proficiency system for Dragonflight, embellishments were introduced. Some crafted items are embellished from the very beginning, such as the elemental lariat. Other embellishments are added as optional reagents to make a crafted piece embellished, such as the potion absorption inhibitor and the alchemical flavor pocket. However, we have a buzz in from Eric.
Isn't it called alchemical flavor packet?
That is simply a miss on me. Good catch.
I might be incorrect there. It's just
It's got to be a point. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think you get the point.
Technicality, get a point.
but you should probably check it's correct first.
It is called an alchemical flavor pocket, actually. I was correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wowhead to the rescue for me. Buses are cleared. You are allowed to still answer, Eric, if you can think you can figure out the next one. So there are other embellishments such that are crafted, optional reagents, such as the potion absorption inhibitor and the alchemical flavor pocket. However, a character can only have 2 embellished items equipped at any time, meaning that you can only equip 2 of the 3 above. Eric is indeed first on the buzzer.
The alchemical flavor pocket does not count towards these 2.
That
equipped.
Is indeed correct. The alchemical flavor pocket is technically an optional reagent, but it is not an embellishment. At least it does not count as an embellishment. This is the thing that drops from the soup event down in Ascara that increases the duration of all food buffs by 100% and lets them persist through death. And that does not count towards your count of embellishments. Excellent. Another technicality.
Tricky.
I'm here with them today. Tricky, tricky. Finally, I believe that the next question here is not technically a question. It is a Geoguesser of sorts, where our contestants will be shown 9 pictures all at once. So, it's a little tricky. And I'm going to ask you to write down your answers and DM them to me on Discord. So you cannot change them afterwards. I mean, I guess you can, but I'll see that you've edited it. So don't do it. There's going to be 9 of them. You're going to get a full minute, which is not a lot, but it is a full minute to try to figure these out. Give as close a precise answer as you can. I'll be the judge if I think it's close enough. If you're descriptive in your words, I might just give you an answer even if you don't know the name of the place. All right. Does everyone have their typing hands ready?
Yes.
Here are the pictures. The faces of concentration. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think I was thinking too hard. It took me too long.
No.
All right.
Controls at this.
Did we lose them, Manny?
Yeah, it looks like I overwrote them.
I'll give you
Okay,
another
I only
chance.
got 3.
I only got 3. Okay, well, let's start with you, Manny. Which ones of the 3, where are these places?
Okay, so number 2 is Vault of the Incarnates, just outside the raid. Number 3 is the Bronze Dragon Shrine. Number 4 is the Violet. Oh, geez, it's an outpost in Azure Span. Those were the 3 that I had finished typing out.
Excellent. That's all you get to answer. Eric, which ones do you know? And I see which ones you. So
Right.
please read which ones you wrote.
I'm pretty sure these are incorrect. I wrote Halls of Infusion. For some reason, I wrote Obsidian Citadel, Alcathar Academy, and for the number 5, I wrote PvP World Quest in Azure Span.
The PvP workers in Azure Span, I might just allow that. Ali, well, what did you have?
I will read what I wrote, even though some of them I know now better what they are. The first one I put Tier Hold. I also put Obsidian Citadel for the second one. I put Azure Vault for the third one, but that's not right. Or the fourth one. I think I skipped the third one. I know number 5 is in the Cobalt Assembly area. And 6 is like Azure Spire, whatever that tower thing is in Azure Span. And then that's all I typed out, even though I know the others more now.
Yeah, I can tell you what the other ones are, but it's just like,
Maybe a
trying to
minute.
go back and forth between messages were bad.
Maybe a minute wasn't quite enough. I'll give you a chance each on the 3 last ones because no one has mentioned them yet. Ali, you get to pick one of these 3. Which one you have the most right?
Okay. I'm going to say one of the ones that I didn't touch yet because why not? I'm going to say number 7 is Brackenhide Hollow.
Okay. We'll see if that's correct. Eric, you also get to choose one of 8 or 9. Which ones do you know where it's at?
Let's take number 8 and let's call it Shrine to Onara or something.
That's final answer. All right. And Manny, do you know number 9?
No, number 9 is the one I have the worst one. Number 8 is actually the where the Nokud are. There's elemental invasions there. That's where all the elites are. That's actually where the final boss is in the Nokud offensive. Number 9 is the one that I was handed. Fortunately, I don't have a good clue on that.
That's all right. Okay, we had a spread, I think, among the 3 of you. You managed to get most of them. Number 1 is indeed Tyrhold. Just to the left here of that picture is where Tyr is currently standing, his empty body that we did together with the aspects that we created. Number 2 is indeed, like Manny said, the entrance to the Vault of the Incarnates. Just on the left hand there is the actual crack, if I just went a little bit to the left. Number 3 is the temporal conflux, which is the questing zone in Thaldraszus where you work with Chromie. It is on top of the hourglass. It's part of the hourglass on top of the citadel. Number 4 is Ronin's Shield, a small outpost in the Azure Span where there's a few side quests. Number 5 is indeed Cobalt Assembly. I will accept PvP quest area. Because that's literally the only time you're in here. Usually there's other players in there, and you get powers and you kill each other. Number 6 is the Azure Archives, or the Spire in the Azure Archives, like Ali said. Number 7 is not Brackenhide Hollow. Number 7 is on one of the islands way out west.
Is it the Emerald Gardens?
It is not the Emerald Gardens. It is even further out west. If you've ever flown out to those 2 landmasses that are empty, that are not technically part of a map, you have to zoom out all the way. There's 2 islands kind of sidling the entire continent. They're entirely unpopulated. There's some trees there, but there's nothing else. No NPCs, no critters, nothing you can interact with. It's just trees. Yeah, the only zone name you're giving is the Great Sea, but I would have accepted anything west of Anaran Plains. Number 8, Manny was correct that it was indeed the place for the Nokkot Offensive. It's called Nakuden Hold. I would have accepted the end place for Nokkot Offensive as well, or like you said, Manny, the place where the elemental invasions happen sometimes. And number 9 is Morkut Village on the Forbidden Reach. I try to throw you off there with a Tuskar, but you can see in the left bottom hand, you can see there's an NPC, and it's hard to see when it's this small, I realize, but there's a little table with a daily quest where you can choose which faction you would like to champion for the day. Ali, with 3 correct guesses, that point goes to you. But that was the last question. And we have tallied the points. And as you can see on this handy-dandy little exciting graph, you can see that we have indeed a winner. Eric Erixus, you have achieved A+ tier with Manny close behind, and Ali not too far either, actually. You were worried, Ali, beforehand. You said that you might not do well in this game, but I think you did quite well.
I held my own. It's all right.
Absolutely.
And it was a lot of fun either way.
And that's the point, really. Because there is no prize in this game, except that you can now say that you have caught this specific tier in the tier list, and you can use that as bragging rights wherever you think that might get you something. So far, probably not so many places. But congratulations to our winner. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you again soon on the tier list.